Hey, cutie pies, I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. All right, guys, listen. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give it, you know what, it was solid to me. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Let's get right into this today. It's Thursday, September the 1st. Happy first day of the month. I hope you guys have lots of blessings this month and everything. Let's jump right into it. We see Valentine and Anna finally, Lord, the truth has came out. Okay, so Valentine lets Anna know, which Anna already knows. And she tells him he's holding something over you, and she says it's your daughter, isn't it? And Valentine just broke down because baby, he has been stressed trying to hide this, and nobody knows what's going on. And he finally was like, oh my gosh, it's so good to finally tell somebody that Victor has Charlotte held hostage, pretty much. And he said that if I don't do everything he tell me to do, he pretty much is saying that he gonna hurt Charlotte. And she says, how did this happen? He said, when I was in the clinic, I said Charlotte wanted to see me, and I said, yeah, go ahead and see me. He said, well, when she saw me, I thought it was okay, it was safe to let her be with Victor. He gonna go and put her in this boarding school that's pretty much shut down. He said, and so I can call her, I could text her, but I can't get to her or whatever. And Anna was like, oh my gosh, so that's why you've been doing everything he wants you to do. And he said, yes. And she said, so you were the man. And he was like, yes, I'm with Jennifer and all that. Yeah, like he just went ahead and spilled his guts. Now he ain't I don't know if he told her about, Victor wanted to kill Laura. But anyways, Anna was like, why? Why does he want you? Like, what is his agenda? He said, I don't even know. I don't even know what he wants out of this, but he got me doing all his dirty work. He keeping his hands clean or whatever. And I said, Valentine, I feel for you. A little bit of overacting, but it's okay. I'm here for it. Because, you was just stressed and you was trying to let us know, listen, this is how stressed I am. And I said, I understand, sir, because what Victor doing is disgusting. But anyways, now that Anna knows, she said, don't worry. I'm going to help you get your daughter. We're going to get your daughter back or whatever. And I said, well, I hope y'all do. So then we see Elizabeth and Finn, and she says, why wouldn't you and Nicholas just say who y'all were each other's alibis? She said, because Nicholas lying. I don't remember what I was doing. She said, Nicholas came up on me, and she said, I had blacked out. And she said, I've been having these occurrences where I keep seeing this woman in the stairway with my father. I said, okay, so it was a woman you killed, because I thought it was somebody about Elizabeth's age. But she said, so she's saying it's a woman that she killed. I'm not saying she didn't say she killed someone. I'm saying, like, you had to do something to the woman or whatever. So anyways, she said, so I keep having these flashbacks of this person and I don't know what's going on. And so he like, okay, we can find out what's going on. She said, you're right. She said, and she started telling him how scared she is and everything. He said, don't worry about it. We're going to find out what's going on. So then we see Carly and Bobby. And they're talking about Drew, and Carly is telling Bobby, her mom, she's like, I don't want to leap. I don't want to make any more impulsive decisions or whatever. She said, see, what you're afraid of, Carly, is that Jason, he always forgave you. He might have been disappointed. He might have disapproved. He might have been stressed out. He might have been whatever towards you. But at the end of the day, Jason was your rider. So he didn't really, whatever you had done, he was gonna work. Like it never was like something that pushed Jason away. She said, nah. Drew, on the other hand, you know that you can only go so far with Drew, and then if you do, you get into this relationship, you fall in love with Drew, you want Drew, y'all together, y'all happy, and then he find you do your impulsive thing, and he finds out, and then you are gonna, Drew's not Jason. He's not gonna forgive you if you go too far. And then so Carly started flashing back where she lied to Drew about that paternity test, right? That she's told him that Nina and Willow were not related. They were not mother and daughter, but truthfully they are. I know y'all know this, but every now and then you might have somebody who come along and don't know. But anyways, but truthfully, they are mother and daughter, and she lied to Drew about it. Now, this is the second time Carly has thought about this, and that's why she doesn't really want to have this relationship with Drew, because she don't want this truth to come out and he find out. And or she also, sometimes you don't want to start a relationship knowing you got a big lot between you and that person. And Bobby says, see, whatever you thinking about right there, that's what you're afraid of. You're afraid to get in that relationship with Drew because you're afraid for him to find that out. And truth be told, that's what it is. So anyway, she found out that Ava's doing stable and and everything. She says, "Oh, so." Bobby says, "So you don't have to stick around for Avery. Go on and start your new life or whatever, and maybe start with a man." She said, "Bye, Mama. It's time for you to go." That was it with them, y'all. So that child, we go to Portia, Curtis, and Drew. And so when we go to Portia Curtis, wait, Portia Curtis, yeah, when we go to Portia Curtis and Drew, they say it's a surprise we get married, and I said, "Child, this is a mess," because Curtis says, "Babe, there's nothing stopping us now." And she's like, "Yeah." I said, "Girl." Portia, you lied to this man about his daughter for how old is Trina? 18, 19 years old. Girl, this gonna be a mess, but I'm here for it. But anyways, so then Portia says, "Baby, I gotta go and get, finish some things for the party, and I have to go to the hospital and check on a few patients." And he like, "Okay, because I know they having a party for Trina, to celebrate everything, just to celebrate her life after a rough summer that she's been through." But anyways, that gives Curtis and Drew time to talk. And Drew said he wants Carly, and Curtis says, "Well, what's the problem?" And he says, Carly says she needs time to find herself. And Curtis said, "Well, that's good. You could take that time to find out who you are." I said, "Please do, because y'all don't know who this character is." Somebody said in the comment, I don't think it was my comments, but I think it was somebody else's comments. They might have been on awesome stuff. Anyway, somebody said in the comments that Drew is Ryan from All My Children. He just not fitting in on General Hospital. And it makes sense because I swear to gosh, I'm like, this is the same character. Because that's what I didn't like about Ryan on on All My Children. Because I was like, why is he always in Greenlee's business? Like, she would tell him to leave, like, stay out of it, and he never could. Like, he always act like she was this damsel in distress. Anyways, focus, Nikki. So, anyways, Drew is saying, Curtis tells Drew, "You need to find yourself." And I said, "And while y'all are finding yourselves, make this man an actual character, like build his character." Because Curtis was right. He said, "You came in wanting to take Victor down. Then you came in wanting to help get ELQ back from the Quartermains." He said, "You have got to find out who you are and everything." Because honestly, he don't know who he is right now. So yes, take that. And he said, but Drew ends up saying, "Yeah, you know what, you're right, and I'm gonna take time to figure me out and learn more about me, and then I'm gonna wait on I'm gonna give Carly the time and she deserves." Because he was talking about you and Portia are together, and Curtis said, "Me and Portia got together and she was married and I didn't know, and then I was in my first year of recovery." And he said, and all those, so they started off with a lie, and he said, "But now we came back to each other with all that past behind and lies." And I said, "Woo, child, it's gonna be a mess. I'm here for it." I said, first of all, y'all starting off with a lie because you're not married, you're not divorced from Jordan, sir. why are you not looking at paperwork? Aren't you supposed to get something in the mail, some kind of certificate or something? Don't you get a divorce decree? I don't know, but let's move on. Is it raining again? All it's been doing in Texas is raining. All right, let's move on. So Trina is in there with Ava, talking to Ava and everything. And Ava started is like some kind of coding. So she run outside and she says she needs help. And so they all standing there or whatever. And the doctor comes and he tells Nicholas they got her back stable. I think her blood pressure or something had dropped, but from what he's seeing, the way she her body responded, she should be up and going anytime soon. And so like, oh, okay, cool. So then Jordan questions Victor, right? Because Trina said, "I'm going to go and get something from the vending machine and all that." So, anyways, Jordan questions Victor, and she's asking Victor like about his whereabouts or whatever. And Victor says he was with where Victor say he was, who he was with? He said he was with Spencer, and she said, "Yeah, the people that was with Spencer said you wasn't there. You wasn't with Spencer." And Victor didn't even answer the question. He said, "Detective, I'm sure you could use your resources to find something else." And I said, "You're not intimidating Jordan, sir. You're not intimidating her, and or whatever. I mean, that's not gonna work." So then Trina and Spencer are talking, and she's so nervous about Ava, and he was like, "Everything should be fine." And then Portia comes up, and she like, when she see Trina with Spencer, that's just like when young girls get with somebody and their mama don't like, and and their mama be like, "Oh, I can't stand this little boy." But Trina gonna be with Spencer, y'all. So Portia, whether they are together as a couple or friends, Portia, you gonna have to just get used to it. But anyway, she told Trina about her party and everything, and she said, "Ma, I can't even think about that." I was in the room with Ava Cole, and she was like, "Oh my God, baby, are you okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm cool." Or whatever. And so then Victor talks to Spencer, and he telling Spencer because Spencer want to go and tell about Ava, and about Ava. No, excuse me, about Nicholas sleeping with Esme, and Victor is trying to talk him out of this. I said, Victor, just tell the truth. Just tell the boy that Ava pushed Esme. Well, she didn't push Esme. Let me stop. That Ava and Esme were tussling, and Esme slipped because she was trying to use too much force to hold on to that paper, and she fell over into the water and everything. But he not telling. I said, this what's wrong with y'all now. Y'all always holding secrets. Anyway, Nicholas is in there, and Ava woke up, and when she see Nicholas, she like, no, no, no. Nicholas. Ava telling on you, sir. And so Jordan is like, Ava, and Nicholas is trying to block Jordan. No, my wife needs to rest and everything. You don't need to answer these questions. That Ava said, no, I want to answer questions. Plus, Jordan had stepped past him anyway. She said, I spoke to the doctor, and he said I could talk to her. And he said, well, you have to talk to me. I have to give the approval too. Move, sir. You're making yourself look guilty. Like, move. And so she talks to Nicholas or whatever, and Jordan talks to Ava, and Ava tells her she was upset because they had a fight, and Nicholas said, Ava ends up saying it was a fight about her son, about Nicholas' son Spencer or whatever, and she said, Jordan tells Nicholas, well, why you lie to me? Because you told, when I asked you, did y'all have a fight? Was she upset about anything? Was there a confrontation? You told me no. He said, we fight all the time as a Cassadines, and I just meant that she was I thought you meant like outside with outside. I said, boy, where you learn a lot? Where did you learn a lot? That was the most horrible lie I have ever heard, sir. Keep it moving. So, anyways, then we see that Jordan is just like, because Ava says, I get tired. I'm tired. And so Jordan said, you know what, Ava, I'm going to let you rest, and I'm going to hit you back. I'm going to, follow up questions. She said, okay. She told Nicholas, I'll definitely be following up with you. So then Nicholas and Ava talking. He was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're okay. And he tried to touch Ava, and she reached back from him. She's like, what? Don't touch me. And he said, Ava, she said, we said some things to each other last night. He said, I know, but I didn't, we said some awful things to each other. He said, but you don't believe I did this to you. She said, but you said you was with Elizabeth, right? Because that's what he told Jordan the whole time. And he was like, Ava, I would never hurt you or whatever. I said, Nicholas, I can't tell because I still don't know what you was trying to do with that pillow. But let's move on. So then we see Portia, Jordan, Victor, Trina, and Spencer. So Spencer was going up to Jordan. He said, Jordan, and Victor said, he said something to get Spencer away or whatever. And so when they go away, Trina talks to Portia, and Portia said, Ava would want you to have this party. So she said, okay. She said, but do you think I have enough time to get Ava some stuff for her room, like some of her personal stuff? And she said, baby, Windermere is far. And Ava said, and then Jordan says, Lord have mercy. Sorry, y'all. But then Trina says, oh yeah, but she's been staying at the Metro Court for the past few days. So I have time from the Metro Court to here, right? It's like, okay. But Jordan picked up on this like, wait, what? Oh, it is not paradise in that marriage. I said, Nicholas, you finna go to prison. If Jordan have one way, she finna accuse you of this. So anyways, then we see Victor and Spencer talking, and he tells him, like, listen, you can't hurt your father by telling Jordan about Esme. And he was like, I don't give a darn about protecting my father. He got an airtight alibi. So telling him Jordan about Esme will actually help Trina because it will help it will help Jordan to find out. It could possibly help Jordan find out where Esme is. And Victor's like, it's always about Miss Robinson. I said, please don't put Miss Robinson Trina in Victor's line of sight, because this man's crazy. And so he was like, you will follow instructions and not tell on this. We cast it on stick together. And Spencer was like, I don't even give a crap no more. So anyways, y'all, that was General Hospital. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you tomorrow for the final episode of the week for what happened on the soaps General Hospital edition. Goodbye.